The hardest part of betrayal isn't the moment you find out. That's just shock. The hardest part is the 20 minutes after. The 20 minutes where you stand in the wreckage of your life and realize you have a choice to start rebuilding a lie or to walk away from everything you ever built. This is the story of how I chose to leave. My wife, Sarah, and I were married for 11 years. We had 2 kids, a mortgage, and a life that was comfortable, predictable, and frankly, a little too quiet. It ended not with a bang, but with a piece of paper, a corporate email chain I wasn't supposed to see, confirming a flight and hotel room booked for Sarah and Mr. J in another city. It was the confirmation of a suspicion I'd been shoving down for 6 months. I was staring at the undeniable transactional proof of a secret life I knew nothing about. The moment I saw that email, I felt the trust that held my world together snap like an old rubber band. But the worst feeling wasn't rage. It was a profound, suffocating loneliness. I looked around our kitchen, the magnets on the fridge, the kids' drawings, the spot where we always had our coffee, and realized I was standing in a museum dedicated to a beautiful lie. Everything was fake. I waited for her. I didn't want to confront her with proof. I wanted to confront her with a question. When she walked through the door, smiling her usual tired evening smile, I looked at her and asked, "What did you do last weekend?" She faltered immediately. The mask fell. She knew I knew. The confession came in a desperate rush of tears, apologies, and promises. She begged, she pleaded, she used the kids, she used our history. She told me it was a mistake, a moment of weakness, a symptom of being unhappy and unseen. And for a terrifying few minutes, I almost cracked. I thought about the house. I thought about the painful logistics of divorce. I thought about my children and the fear of shattering their stable world. I thought, maybe I can save this. Maybe I can forgive her. Maybe she just needs help. But then, the clarity hit me. It wasn't about the hotel room. It was about the thousands of lies she told me after the hotel room. It was the fact that she looked me in the eye, kissed me, planned Christmas, and let me go to bed every single night believing a fantasy. That wasn't a mistake. That was a sustained, calculated deception. I looked at her and I said, "You didn't break our wedding vows in that room. You broke them every morning when you chose to keep the secret. You showed me that you value your momentary selfish comfort more than you value my reality or our commitment. And I can't unknow that." That was the moment the decision was made. I realized I was no longer fighting for our marriage. I was fighting to save my own self-respect. The most defining moment wasn't when I told her I knew. It was what happened next. She was still sitting on the couch, sobbing, asking where she was supposed to go. I didn't answer her. I walked into our bedroom and opened my side of the closet. I didn't touch her clothes. I didn't tell her to pack. I started pulling out my own shirts. I put my things in my old gym duffel bag. I packed just enough for a week. As I was zipping up the bag, I looked down at the dresser where our wedding photos sat in a silver frame. I picked it up, turned it over, and left it face down. That simple, silent action felt more final than any court order. I was leaving the shared history behind. When I walked back into the living room, carrying the bag, she finally understood. This wasn't a threat. This was an irreversible action. "Mark, no," she gasped. "Don't do this. Don't leave your home." "It stopped being my home the moment you invited a stranger into our shared life," I told her. "I am not leaving you for him. I am leaving to find honesty. I'm leaving so I can breathe again without questioning every look, every text, every silence. I am choosing peace over the performance." I walked to the front door, placed my hand on the cold brass doorknob, and took one last shuddering breath of the air of that false life. When I stepped outside and shut the door behind me, the cold night air hit me. I was completely alone. I was devastated. But for the first time in months, I wasn't confused. I had chosen myself. If you are facing this impossible choice right now, to stay and fight for a shredded past, or to walk away and build an honest future, remember this. Leaving is not failing. It is the ultimate act of self-preservation. You cannot heal in the environment that made you sick. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever had to make a brave decision to walk away, hit the like button and share your strength in the comments below. I'll see you next time.